Ladies and gentlemen, I think I barely got any power in my laptop here tonight. So I'm going to do the best I can with the power that I got on here. Oh boy. So what's going on now? Well, I guess John Blaze is really concerned about me. It's nice when people are concerned about. It brings a warm, fuzzy feeling to my heart. Oh, he's broke. Yeah, he's broke. The Einsteins that believe that. I don't think he's rich, but he's not broke. I call it like I see it. Well, John Blaze and everybody seems to be so concerned. Boy, it's like the talk of the town that Frank's making super chat. By the way, Google Bobo, I forgot to acknowledge you last. I still don't kill this one. You made a small donation. Thank you. I always acknowledge when somebody makes a donation to my show. My apologies to Google Bobo's sisters. I always say thank you. So I'll give you a late thank you. And that's kind of part of the topic tonight, in part. In part. I should probably wait till a few more people come on here because contrary to you might believe about me, I'm repetitive. You could always watch the show afterwards, but I like to get my thoughts out there live. Okay, where do we start on this? Where do we start? I see John Blaze was giving himself a needle while he was on his show. So I'm going to make an assumption that he's probably type 1 diabetes. He's a big guy, he's overweight, but we're not going to make fun of his weight. It's kind of sad that he has to give himself injections. Like I said, nobody's without fault on YouTube. Nobody is above the law. Nobody's above everybody else. Everybody has their problems, psychological, medical problems. Oh, it just goes on and on. While John Blaze admits he was giving himself an injection while he was on his show. I believe it. I don't think that part of it was for display, or was it on camera anyway? But no, that part I really don't think was a little ruse of his. John Blaze is kind of back and forth with me. He'll even donate to my show. He doesn't know what to make of me, actually. Forth and back and forth. He doesn't know what direction he's going. Seemingly, if you listen to his broadcasts, he's supporting me one way or another, one way, or he's making these little innuendos, I like to call them, about me. I hear. I heard it all. And he's telling me how I should run my channel. Yeah. Telling me how I should run my channel. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what gives him that right. Or I should take his suggestion. What gets you super chat on your channel is the drama. Why don't you stick to the drama? Because he says that nobody listens to my other topics. Nobody listens to my health topics. They all do. You're wrong about that, Johnny Boy or Larry Evans. Why don't you just call yourself your name, Larry Evans, with John Blaze bullshit? John Blaze. Blazing what? Blazing saddles? I'm glad to see you like my sense of humor. I know a lot of people do. But I guess when somebody's telling me how I should run my channel, it kind of rubs me wrong. And all the talk of the town about Frank making super chats and how wrong that is, maybe. I mean, boy, it's a big hoop-de-doo about me making super chats on my channel. Really? I gotta reduce the screen here. I wonder, it says 100% zoom. Why is it? Okay. Bar on here. It seems a little smaller than usual. But John Blaze is telling me how to run my channel. If you really want to make super chat, he says, do this, jump through this hoop, jump through that hoop. Satisfy the savages with lots of drama. Because he said the only way you get people coming to your show is to do drama, because he said that nothing else has worked. I don't know. I've been on for 7.5 years. Who's counting? I say it all the time. I don't know. They're always coming on my show. I talk about a lot of things. We just don't get. Of course, he mentioned, the famous Vortex. Hi, Mazda. You got to hear the shit going on, Mazda. Seriously. John Blaze did it 2 shows ago, actually. Telling me how to run my channel. The only reason I get super chat is because of this and because of that. And I should be doing this and I should be doing that. It never stopped anybody from donating. That the only way I could get people to my show is to talk about everybody else. Hey, I've done many shows that weren't drama shows. And he's questioning my topics and saying that maybe you should do a special show just for your medical advice and play a doctor on YouTube. Did I do so well? He said. And maybe you should do a show for drama. Perhaps that's what he was talking about. Who is he to say what I can do with my show? And he's acting like signing up for his show. How many viewers does he have? I mean, how many subscribers does he have? How many people come on his show at one time? Are you really going to compete with me, Larry Evans? Seriously? Come on. Come on, guys. Seriously. Thank you for the thumbs up. Mr. Mazda, 999999, a very exclusive member of my show here. I always depend on him coming on here. He does show up quite a bit. I'd say like a bad penny, but he shows no harm to me so far. I think he's even donated to my show. But you get this guy coming on, telling me what I need to do with my show. Well, where's his show? Where's the popularity in his show? How many subscribers does this guy have? How many? How many? He goes into a big soliloquy of how broke he is. Okay, it's being sarcastic. Well, John Blaze would never be sarcastic. No, that wouldn't happen. That would never happen. But he was. And some goober writes, well, you know, it's hard to make money. You know, as if John don't have any money. And John was like playing a violin, but he was going through his resume that he owns a camper thing and this and machinery and blah 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 and a herd and all this shit. But yet we have also heard, speaking of herds, we've heard on another show that he's going to be selling off his cattle that he's supposed to have. Now, how do we know that he's not just a farmhand? We don't know that. I mean, people tell tall tales on YouTube, don't they? They sure do. That's what keeps YouTube going, all the tall tale. And John's a good storyteller too when he wants. He claims that he never gave Fazio $40 for saying "fuck you, Frank" live or whatever. Remember that one? He swears up and down he never said that. That he never gave Fazio $40. He said that. He said that. Remember a long time ago? He doesn't know whether he's coming or going because he's up and down like a fucking barometer. Okay, seriously. So is there anything more expensive than free advice? Good question. I don't charge for my advice on here, but yet I give people advice. I never got paid for that in the past. Well, maybe I wasn't monetized, but still, I had no expectations. And I didn't have to give people, for example, health advice. Most of the people in here I don't give a fuck about, really. Most. I do that because it's something I want to do, something I want to share. And if they take my advice, they might learn something. And if they don't take my advice, they could drop dead and die and continue to perpetuate the disease that they already have. Don't bother me what they do with their life. And why should it? I'm just concerned about mine and my family. People can believe whatever the hell they want. They jump fences like show horses. I mean, they just jump in fences back and forth. They don't know which side to take. One minute they're praising you, the next minute they're being sarcastic and, just coming out. You don't like me, Larry Evans. That's fine. Is that going to change my world? I don't think so. What anybody thinks of me is not going to change my world, no matter how much you try. John Blaze, his Blazers. How many subscribers does he have? He said people are being attracted like magnets to his channel or something like that. I don't know what he said. Where are they? I don't see them all. Where are they? I must be, I don't know. I must be missing something here. People like Mazda and other people have donated to me. But what do you find, John, is a problem with that? With him, Gogo Bobo, I don't care who it is. Why is that such a problem? All of a sudden, it's the big talk of the town. Why? I don't know. That Frank is made his way. That there are a few people here that are donating to his show. Okay. So what about that, John? Why is that a problem to you? You're supposed to have all this money. You're not worried about how much income I make. Why would you? It doesn't put food on your table, and you disliking me or whatever doesn't, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't put food on my table. It don't make a shit of a difference to me. I come on here to do a show. It's either liked or it's not. They either like my topic matter or they don't like my topic matter. But somehow they still keep showing up. Excuse me. Sorry I have to take me. I take a wild guess at it. I've seen what you look like. That be type 1 diabetes. Type 1, not that bad. That's concernable. Type 2 is concernable. But type 1, that's very concernable. It all goes down. You got to lose weight, John. Like all these others on here, they're really obese. It really is a health hazard. It's concernable. It most certainly is. I don't have that kind of a weight problem. I'm not carrying around that kind of weight that's going to play on my heart. I'm just lucky, I guess. But so many people are obese on here that they should be concerned, not worried about me, whether or not somebody donates to my show. So, John, sorry about that. I should drink some water here, but what I make on my show is my business. Why people donate and to make a big to do. Oh, we got Fazio, we got everybody talking about it. Even Ricky's not making any money hardly these days. I guess his little plan to profit off of Barry has turned to shit. Apparently so. All good things come to an end, my friends. All good things come to an end. You're in your glory one day, and then the next day you're like down at the bottom of the fucking barrel. Ain't that right, Mazda? Yeah. Well, we got 9 people in here listening, and what are you trying to pick up from this show? What's worth recording? Stick around and learn. Stick around and learn. And a lot of you do learn from my show. To make such a statement, I've heard this here and there, that Frank has no topic matter on his show. Well, then why do you come here? And that's a good question, too. If I have no topic matter, I mean, this is not Barry's show. This is not Kevin's show. It's Frank's show. They have no topic matter. They never did. Everything was based, again, on drama. So John, Blaze, Larry Evans, just call yourself what your fucking name is. Larry Evans is claiming that, well, maybe you seem to get the best success when you talk about drama on your show. Tell me what to fucking do. I'm not a drama show by nature. Oh, because I'm quite defensive? You'll make me bad or a bad person. But that's not what draws people to come to my show. You gotta keep in mind, majority of the time I've ever been on YouTube, I wasn't monetized, okay? I wasn't making any money, but I still did shows, right, Johnny? Right, Johnny? I still did shows. So I was never really dependent on that. I wasn't scratching for money like some YouTubers. Nope, I wasn't. Gee, how did I get by? I'm supposed to be broke. Okay. I'm whatever you want me to be if it makes you happy. Don't own a home, never owned a home. Don't have a good relationship. Whatever you think. Whatever makes you feel happy makes me happy. Now, I don't tell people to light up my screen. I said, before, I don't put a gun to anybody's head to donate to my channel. Why are you making that such a big issue? Not just you, Johnny. There's other people too. Blazer, Larry Evans. You got Fazio going. You got Aloe going. Kevin's going on this. John Blaze is going off on this. That Frank is getting super chats for his channel. Okay, thank you. As Gilda said, she says thank you. Thank you very much. Salamat. So, everybody else makes money on their show. So, why is that a problem when some of you can't handle that? That there's some people that actually like to donate to my show. The topic of donations has been pretty big lately. I've talked about it on my show a lot because people are reacting. Remember how I told you guys that the minute anybody starts donating to my show, that people are just getting pissed off majorly. They don't want to see Frank make money on his show. Only they can make money one way or the other, right? Not Frank. His show was never made to make money. Really? Well, maybe because 98% of the time, I've never been monetized. That might be a good reason. Hey, jumping on the bandwagon. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody does that on here. Well, even Popeye decided to jump on the bandwagon. And he said that he would never do that. He said he would never do that. But he did. Like I always say, the hypocrisy is deafening out here. Tell you a little bit of advice to John Blaze. Mind your business. Mind your business. You got a wife now, you said? You're really married? I don't know if you are or not. I don't believe half the people on here what they say 3/4 of the time. A lot of people overplay their lifestyle. Big on money, big on properties, big on everything, big on bullshit, mostly. I guess if you would examine the lives of some of these people on here that always claim that they're doing so well, you might find a whole different scenario. Well, I hate to bust people's bubbles, but I'm not broke. I never was. And the mere fact that I've been getting super chat on my channel is a plus. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. And why not? I have been on a long time. Am I not deserving to jump on the platform like everybody and their great-grandmother has done on YouTube? Why not? I could use that extra jingle as much as anybody else could. But I don't do it forcibly. As I said, no gun to anybody's head to donate to my show. But if you're that worried about what people are going to think of you, if you donate on my show, then don't donate. I don't want to put you in a bad position. That's not my intent. It would just be business as usual on my show. I never used to make money on my show anyway, so it wouldn't make a big old difference to me. I don't want you to be bothered about this. Some people are very sensitive, very, very sensitive. Only they can make money. Why do you think that way? Now, John Blaze always claimed he had a lot of money, but he was always encouraging people. Send him that. What was it? He was accepting PayPal. Why is he pushing the PayPal? If he claimed he owns a ranch with all these cattle, all these expensive machinery, shows a picture of this big ass kind of a camper thing, always mentioning his riches. Then he does a show, 2 shows back. He's saying, oh, I'm broke. I got all these expenses. Well, John, Larry, we know you're not broke. But I don't think anybody ever thought you were rich. Neither did I. People just can't seem to be themselves on here. They all got a complex of some sort. Have you guys noticed that? Of course you have noticed that. Okay. Well, my eyes are bad. What is Blaze trying to convey, showing the envelope from the FBI? Does anyone? It was a teaser. He thought he'd come out with that and get a reaction, just like Brevis does a lot of shit like that. He just wants to get a reaction from somebody. Whether he has or this or that information about somebody, just, take it with a grain of salt. I've heard things on this genre before. People claiming that they have information about this and that when they really don't have shit. They don't have shit. Just want attention. People sometimes need attention. I did a whole show prior to this about how people are very lonely and they need a lot of attention in their life. They all got problems going on, but they want to talk about yours or create problems for you. Well, he said he was injecting himself with a needle while he was talking, so apparently he's not perfect. He's got some problems. Probably type 1 diabetes, probably the worst type to have. I believe that's the one where you have to inject yourself. That would be type 1. Might be wrong. But everybody has their own crosses to bear, They all do. Nobody's perfect on here. Neither is me. I never said I was. I never implied that I was perfect as a YouTuber, as a person, as a human. I'm far from. But there's a lot of people in here, a lot further than that. I tell you that much. So what difference does it matter? We'll go with Bobo's sister, or the Mazda, whether the other people that have donated to my show this past week. What difference is it going to make in your life is the question. Is it coming out of your pocket? Well, if it's not coming out of your pocket, shut up. No concern. It's not costing you anything. It's not costing you anything at all. So again, the question, what is the problem? Okay. Inject with type 2 in belly. He said he injected in arm, so maybe type 1. But that's what I was thinking, that it was type 1 diabetes. That's the worst. That means that his weight is out of control. I got a picture of him. I wasn't going to display it on here because, I didn't want to do that. I know what he looks like. I got a picture of him. He's standing with some slacks on and a white shirt. He's a big guy. There's no doubt about that. And his weight is obviously kind of way up there. So kind of goes along with the territory. Overweight people generally will get diabetes at some point in their life. So when they're proclaiming how better they are than you are, self-examine, my friend. Self-examine. I don't have to inject myself with no fucking needles. I don't have to take, for example, blood pressure medicine. My medicine is something called Benadryl. That's all I'm taking these days, which is an antihistamine, otherwise known on generic as diphenhydramine. I don't have diabetes. I don't have liver problems. I don't actually have any lung problems, really, except for my allergies. Don't have any kidney problems. My cholesterol is acceptable level. And getting better because what I take. I can use my arms, use my legs, I can eat on my own, I can wipe my own ass. I'm doing pretty damn good. I got a lovely lady by my side right here, right now.
So you don't have problem?
Yeah.
No?
I don't have problems. Do you?
Not me.
Do I have a problem?
No, not me.
Not
You're
me.
the problem.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah. She sees YouTube as the problem. Just have a fireside chat, a Gilda-side chat. Yeah. We listen to these shows sometimes and we just laugh. Well, who knows me better than anybody in this world would be my girlfriend, partner, life partner. She knows what's true or not. Good man, bad man. Do I have a sense of humor, or am I just too serious all the time? She would know all that stuff. Have any money or not have any money? Are we surviving well? Are we not surviving very well at all? Are we dependent on super chat? She knows all the answers to that. I'm just a simple guy collecting a simple social security check. That's all right. Just a simple guy making his social security check until the day he dies. And I get by very well. Well, for other reasons too. But it's not my money. It's not my money, but it helps the household. Yep. But then again, that shouldn't be anybody's concern anyway. Wouldn't you all agree on that? How about your own business? Go inject yourself with the diabetic medications, control your glucose. You know, many times we've seen Larry Evans, John Blaze, show off his refrigerator freezer. Well, I got it all stocked up with meat now. Old Bessie, well, we slaughtered her. And I gotta tell you, that's part of your problem right there. I go into my health advice mode. You eat so much fucking beef. Why do you think you're injecting yourself with a needle for type 1 diabetes? Well, of course, of the kind of foods that you cook, it's the amount of red meats that you eat. Of course, you have diabetes. Of course, you're now having to inject yourself. Look what you eat. Remember, you are indeed what you eat. Right, folks? You are indeed what you eat. So if you're injecting yourself for type 1 diabetes, it's your fault. It's not mine. It's not Mazda's. It's not Palaboy or Playboy. That's your problem. See. Bar months stack soon many. Wait.
Bear months.
Bear months?
Bear months starts soon.
Bear, what is BER months?
Bear, no, September. Bear months starts
I never heard the word
meaning,
bear months, but a bear month.
Saan na siya? Merry Christmas to all.
Okay, yes indeed. Yeah, out here Christmas starts in September. But Christmas is every day on my show. Every day. I don't wait for holidays to give to people or a scheduled giveaway helping a Filipino family. My God, it was just yesterday. Our trike driver that we use all the time took us around, usual chores, stop here, wait for us, this, that, gave us money. As he was able to take, he was ready to take off. I said, wait a minute, here's 500 pesos, a little something for early Christmas. Now, did he ask me for that money? No. Did I have to give him 500? No. I just did. It's a burn month. If it's, well, my eyes, Christmas month is in the Philippines. This is more imperial. I got my glasses right here. Jeez. My battery ain't gonna last long, but it starts to go out. Well, that's not my new glasses. Okay. All right. If it's a burr month, it's a Christmas month in the Philippines. Well, let's light up this screen if it's Christmas. My God, guys. We want to make these people happy. They're so happy for me that I'm getting a few jingles now and then here on YouTube. My screen was lighting up with some colors. But it's so bothersome to some people. Why is that? Spread the love. Spread the love, not the hate. Christmas time is here. Lots of months with cheer. But I'm one of these guys who... I'm pretty adamant about this. Everybody uses this one time a year. Everybody's so giving. But Christmas is every day. You don't need a holiday to give. That's the problem. Share your blessings. I mean,
sharing is loving.
Yeah. You don't need to be Christmas season or Thanksgiving or to be a giving person. That should be 365 days a year. But we were so trained by society and government and everything else, part of it is capitalism, but that we all have to go around walking around with a big old smile because it's Christmas season, Christmas cheer. Uh-oh, Christmas cheer. Hold on, I gotta plug this in right away. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, here we go. Saved by the Bell. Jason Bobhead Silverman says that's what we agreed in our family now that we're older. We don't exchange gifts on Christmas, but I do gift to my family members at random times to make them smile. See, that's that's what you got to do. I said it was just yesterday. Gilda will account for that. It was just out of the blue. I felt giving and I gave my truck driver a 500 spot. I didn't need to, but that had nothing to do with his fare either. That had nothing to do with his fare. We paid him his fare. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. So I slipped out a yellow piece though, 500 pesos. I said, here's a little something. Christmas season is starting. Here's a little something for a Christmas bonus. Last year I gave him 1,000. There's no rule on how much I give anybody. And I'm not waiting to create a fund on here. No, you got this wrong. I don't have a fund going here. It's just regular super chat. I'm just saying that I plan to do something nice for some Filipinos, plural, during the Christmas season. Whether I use this money here on YouTube or whether it comes out of my pocket otherwise. Either way, it don't matter. I always give during the holidays. It's nothing new with me. Absolutely not. I don't need a holiday to give. I never needed a holiday to give money. No, I never did. You just give. Don't make a big ado about it. Hey, Google Sister, I just want to say thank you. What? Is that you? I don't think so, because you normally don't show up on my screen. If it's really you, I didn't acknowledge your last donation. So I'm not thinking it's Gogo Bobo's sister, because Gogo Bobo's sister does not show up on my panel. I can just make the assumption that it is you. If it is you, thank you again. You made a small donation the last show, whatever it was. It only showed up on Gilda's phone. Okay? But I'm wondering whether that really is Gogo Bobo's sister. Okay, we'll leave it at that as far as that goes. So the big to-do, everything's pretty good, actually, sir. Everything is actually pretty good. I don't have any real complaints, really, not really. I guess a lot of people do. I don't know. The turning of the tides, I'd call it. Unfortunately, I got to stand up here and do this show because my battery's out on here. I'm not laying comfortable on my bed here. But everybody's so concerned, Gogo Bobo's sister, if that's you, or whoever you are, that Frank has made a couple of bucks on his show. All right, what's wrong with that? Nobody else does that? There you go. Well, whoever you are, Gogo Bobo's sister, 99 cents to start it off here. A little color on the screen. Okay. How come you weren't able to show up last time on my screen and only seen it on Gilda's phone? How did you infiltrate your way on here? I don't know. Okay. Celebrate the first super chat from Gogo Bobo's sister. It says celebrate the first super chat. It may not be Gogo Bobo's sister, but hey, you donated, so I won't question that. Most of the shows I've been putting on lately, I've been getting super chat, which is great. I love all those pretty colors. I made a new screen name so you could see me. Well, you were going on to Google Bobo's sister last time, weren't you? How was that a new screen name? Tuck's in here too. There's a lot of people in here I can't see. I actually, that'd be Mr. Tux, right? There's a lot of people in here that they're back on my radar. I mean, I've gotten people, took them off my block list and got them on my show and gave them a chance. You know what it really is? Sometimes you don't give me a chance to do regular shows on here because there's so much politics on here, so much politics that you almost can't help but addressing some of the drama on here. But generally with me, it's if it affects me. Okay, same. She's got that on her phone, Gogo Bobo's sister. Go back to that. Yeah. Always good to see the screen light up. It always is. 2 times? Did you make 2 donations? No, you're not. Wait. I see 1. That's just showing up twice, I think. Did you donate twice?
Twice.
Just now?
Twice.
Okay, I think you donated twice, didn't you? Okay, so 2 times 99 cents. Hey, that's a donation. I'm going to complain about that? Of course not. But it really shouldn't be a big topic on YouTube. Salamat. Yeah, girl in the background said Salamat. Salamat. It shouldn't be a topic at all. Everybody and their grandmother on here is practically monetized. I'm just a late bloomer, that's all. I've just gotten away with a lot of time of not being monetized. Or if I didn't have the right amount of viewers, look, like I said, I could have put PayPal on there. Right? That's easy enough. I could have done that. I still don't even, it's not that important. So when somebody does actually make a donation to my show, it's like, it's a bonus. They can't see you doing well, whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's your finances, whether you're getting super chat or not. All the busybodies just want to know what everything that's going on in your life, but they want to wish you not well, But they want to do the opposite and wish terrible things on you. My goodness, Merry Christmas to you too. Christmas is every day, man. It's not once a year. And our society gets so trained because of the media out there, products, the capitalism that's going on, making everybody believe that there has to be a certain holiday for you to be giving, for you to visit your family, to sit around and have dinner. You don't need that for just Thanksgiving. Valentine's Day is just a day that the industry makes a lot of money and the flower industry makes a lot of money. Then they started to come up with all this newfangled stuff like Black Friday. Then it got worse. They made it after Black Friday from that too. Jesus Christ. Seriously. You're advertising for that company besides buying their shirts, suckers. And you're giving them free advertising. Jason Boba says, those Walmart stampedes, aren't they? Aren't they? Unless you're actually in one of those stampedes. Yeah, I hear you. I've seen them. I know what people do. They'll grab the gifts off somebody else's hands in that store to give for little junior or juniorette. I want this for my kid, but I grabbed it first. Now, Walmart is a great place. You want to see a certain class of people. Now, don't get me wrong. Walmart carries a lot of shit in there. Be it it's not well made, but what is well made these days? Everything from China, it's made to break down so you can replace it again. And, like with the cars, man, same with the cars. They're not building cars anymore. Just they have a whole division, all these car companies, for parts. Hello? For parts. Do they have the capability of building a really solid car with really stronger bolts and so forth? Of course they could. But how is that going to carry them along in the future? All right, they sold one of their cars to you. They're making money, well, through the dealership, whatever. But how long is that car going to last? That's where the manufacturer comes in and says, hey, we got something for you. We got something for you. Here's a little, here's some parts. You have to come to us for. Don't buy the bargain brand parts at bargain car parts stores. If you want a genuine replacement part, you're going to buy it from the manufacturer, right? Does that make more sense? Unless you're going to cheap out, then you're going to have the same problem, but if something that's remanufactured or something. You got to use common sense sometimes. And a lot of people these days, they just don't think very clearly. Common sense. Where's that going? It's going out the window, right? Anyway, I'm not normally on this late, but I was responding to, and he loves it. He loves it. Let me tell you something. He loves it. John Blaze. He puts on these hit and run type shows. And that's what they are. They're hit and run shows. We'll say a few things good about Frankie Boy, but then we're going to contradict a lot of things he says too. He can't seem to make up his mind. But John Blaze is not important to me. He never was. Oh, I owe him my next born or something because he donated over $600 for my legal thing in the beginning. But then right away ran on the channel, listened to all the bullshit from everybody else and said, no, Frank used that to buy a gold bracelet. Have it. Never sold it. It's still right here. No, John, that didn't come from your money. No, sir. Hilda makes money on her own. She bought me this 18-karat bracelet. It's real. It's not plated. It's real. I can assure you that. Anything she owns is made of gold. I can tell you right, Rod, it's real. Jason Bubblehead said, I'm going to bring back the Filipina Bride mail order catalogs too. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Blaze likes to show the fridge with all the meat he's got. People that are constantly trying to prove themselves, they either don't have that much money, and if somebody else is freezing, who knows? Or they have some kind of Napoleon complex of some sort. They're insecure about something. They're going to say, all the money I make. I just bring things like that up in conversation. Something good hits our way, I might discuss and say, man, this is great. I had an extra $1,500 coming in from my escrow from the house I sold. That was real. I thought it was worth mentioning because I was surprised. There's been a lot of good things that are coming our way lately. I must admit it. A lot of good things have been coming our way. Things have been going very well for us. Thank you very much. But some people just, they don't want to hear that. They don't wish good wishes on you. Oh, thank you, Jason. Yes, it's fine. Things have been cool with us, Things have been going pretty well, I must say. We're not starving here. We never were. We never were. We never had a moment where I was concerned about, oh gee, what are we going to do? Can we pay this electric bill? And We could have enough money for food. We're not wealthy people. I don't know, maybe by Philippine standards, it might look like we have a bit of money, but it all comes together like drops of water. You get a little bit from here, you get a little bit from here, you get a little super chat that helps too with different things, some planning, investment, whatever you do, like anybody else. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but you try. Unfortunately for us, a few things have actually worked out. What I make on here on my show is really anybody else's business to be concerned about. Why? Why would anybody be concerned? I don't know. I still don't get it, but I guess it just really has to do with the fact that they just don't want to see you make any money. Well, guys, I don't control who gives me money and who don't. I want to get off the topic of this money, but the reason I'm only mentioning this, and I've been mentioning it a lot on my shows, this is a big hoop to do, big hoopla, that Frank's channel is making some bucks. I think that's long overdue, don't you? I think it's long overdue, considering a lot of factors. And considering I've really, 98% of the time, 99% of the time, I've never been freaking monetized. How could I make any money if I wasn't monetized? I probably would have made money during those times that I should have been monetized and I wasn't. I just wasn't. Okay, period. You did have enough subs or this or that, whatever the reason was. I just, wasn't monetized. No PayPal, nothing. Super chat stickers, super chat, AdSense, all that shit that goes together, man. Okay, so anyway, I can't make this an all-night thing. I'm kind of winding down for the night here, to be honest with you right now. We don't go to bed too late over here. I try not to. Then I get caught up on my show right now. I should have been off this a while ago. I'm always saying I'm not planning on making my show long, and already it's 51 minutes already. I can't believe how time goes by when you do a show on here. I just can't believe it. At least I don't do no ridiculous 6-8 hour shows over here. Who the fuck can listen to anybody for 6 to 8 hours, especially when they have nothing coming out of their mouth at all? Their lips are moving, but there's really nothing worthwhile coming out of their mouth. So I talk about health things. Why not? And I do talk a lot about the Philippines. I beg to differ, John Blaze. I beg to differ with you on that. I do talk a lot about the Philippines. So I don't know where you come up with that shit. I suppose you call this a rebuttal, Larry. Who are you to say I don't talk about the Philippines? I always incorporate the Philippines as a topic matter. I talk a lot of things about people in the Philippines and culture, so forth and so forth. Practices, beliefs. Who are you to say that I don't do that? You have no reason to say that because it's not true. That would be a different story. You could hold me to that. That my show is not just about the Philippines, but we talk about worldwide issues if it's worth talking about. We talk about something even as equally important as health, the environment, and what's happening in this world. And you're just too busy clowning around with people, all the trolls clowning around, wasting their precious oxygen. Well, I bet you dollars to donuts if you were on a fucking oxygen tank, you wouldn't be wasting your breath making insults and doxing people. I'll guarantee you that, guys. If you had to get on an oxygenator, I'll guarantee you won't be talking smack because you're going to need all the oxygen you can. And you're going to realize how precious oxygen is. So why waste it on these losers? I'm wasting my oxygen right now. Truth, I'm wasting my oxygen because there's some people you can get through to, and there's a lot of people you can't get through. They're going to continue to do the same shit they do every single time. Okay, we might do a show at a more reasonable time tomorrow, and I do have a topic matter for tomorrow. Now, as I said, you have a choice, even you, John, because you seem to catch all my shows. You're making complaints about my shows, but you sure do catch all my shows. How else would you know information about what I talk about unless you're watching my show? And he's the one that's advising me, maybe you should do an all-drama show because nobody gives a fuck about you, Frank, is what you're saying. That nobody gives a fuck about you. They only come on here to hear your rants. Well, go listen to Rickshaw if you want rants. Not just Rickshaw. There's a lot of people on here just ranting and never fucking happy with anything in their life. That's not me. Never will be me. If I got something to talk about, I'm going to come straight out with it and talk about it. Taking no prisoners. That's it. The truth of the matter. Not bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, anyway, I want to thank Google Bubba's sister, who's been a definite contributor to my show, proven him or herself. And again, thank you. And to the past donators that have donated to my show, thank you too. Again, I spend the time to thank my viewers, where a lot of these people, they just expect it coming in. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks, man. Pass it off. Hey, man, it's their money. They could use it on food or something else, but they decide to give to your show, right? I'm not saying that you have to spend an hour thanking somebody, but a little more passion in it. Like, hey, dude, that was generous of you. I really appreciate that. So, okay, well, we got a super chat from, fucking Bonehead or something, Me, I'm a little more excited than that. Thank you. That was generous of you. I remember that you gave me a super chat. I'm like that. But see, people, it's very passe to some people. Very passe. You don't have to open up their wallet and give you any damn money. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes me anything. The fact that I do get super chat is great. Here and there, I'm not getting a shitload, but it all adds up, at the end, after a month, ad sets and all that. So let's stop talking about the goddamn super chat on here. You give. That's it. It's none of their concern what you make. And quite frankly, it's really none of my concern what they make on their shows either. To each his own. Be independent. Nobody pays for my dinners at night. I'm not going to starve if I don't get super chat. The whole career of mine, if you want to call that a career, what the hell did I make when you're not monetized? You don't make anything, right? And now that I'm monetized, it's a big deal. Let's try to prevent these people from sending Frank any more money. We can't have that. Oh, God forbid, we just can't have that. We cannot allow that to happen. Why? Well, why does it bother you so much? Why? But it does. Face it, it does bother you. Why am I not seeing myself live on my phone here? I don't know why. That's strange. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, here we are. Now we're talking to. Okay, let's see. We got, I see, see, on my phone, Gilda, I'm only seeing one donation of 99 cents from Gogo Boba's sister. One. On your phone, you're seeing two. Those are two Gogo Boba's sisters on here. I don't know. It don't matter either way. Whoever. They donate. It's all good either way. All right, guys. I really do got to get off. I would really love to talk a little further, but I really have nothing else to say and talk about. I just thought I'd come on that. And I got to start winding down. For the night. Get a little shut-eye tonight. Take my little Benadryl. Boy, at least I'm not shooting myself up with needles, guys. Drugs, whether it's for diabetes or whatever it might be. Thank my lucky stars for that. So when they all talk shit about me, examine yourself, dudes. Come on. Just examine yourself. What do you got going on in your life? Don't criticize me. What the fuck you criticizing me for? No reason. I'm probably the only person on here that ever really gives actually a really good show. Never mind all this shit that people talk about on their shows, and they try to say they call themselves a vlogger. I'm a vlogger. Barry used to call himself a vlogger. He's never a vlogger. He had no clue to talk about. Even Roberto, he had no clue to talk about. Always had to have a guest host like Popeye or somebody on there. He could never carry a show very well on his own, and Roberto never did either. Never carry a show on their own. I'm able to do that. A little talent here, perhaps, that some people don't. I could ad-lib a 3-hour show with no paperwork, no notes, nothing like that. I could go on forever and go from topic to topic to topic for 6 hours if I really had to. Of course, I wouldn't do that because I'd be boring myself to shit too, as well as my audience. And we know somebody who does 6 to 8 hour shows because he's so goddamn fucking lonely. Jason Bubba's, this is the kind of show I like to keep my feet up on my desk and relax like a good fireside chat. That's the whole idea. Jason Bulbhead, Silver Bulbhead. It's this name, man, I'm telling you. That's the whole concept of my show from day one. And I used to tell you the same. I'd kick up my feet on the desk, and I'd turn on and I'd listen to a show. Hey, I find some good shows to listen to when I'm going on my treadmill. And it helps me stay on there longer because the show might be over 30 minutes or so. And I'll listen to it if it's worthwhile, and it keeps me working out. I love to listen to shows that get philosophical and they get scientific and they talk about something worthwhile. They even go on their show. I mean, Fazio, people like that, Ricky, all these people, they say a lot, but yet there's nothing coming out of their mouth. There's There's nothing important that they have to say. There's nothing mind-bending. It just doesn't give any, cerebral activity to your own brain to listen to these boob heads. They're not vloggers. They're just YouTubers, period. They're on YouTube. They got a show, but it doesn't make them a vlogger. The definition of vlogger is not these people. It's not Michael Fazio. It's not Roberto. It's not Aloe. It's not Popeye. It's not Big Kevin. It's not Don C. All right? It's none of them. They're not vloggers. They're bitchers, whiners. That's all they are. They're jealous people who are upset when anybody's doing better than they are. Personal life or on YouTube, all the way around. See what I'm saying? Tell you what, guys, I'm going to do the famous thing I always do. And again, I'm going to give you the floor. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the floor. I'm just going to keep this thing on overnight. You guys could decide at some moment that you want to have a dialogue with somebody else on here. Who does that? I do. I give people their own forum who don't have their own show and don't want their own show. They'd rather talk in a comment section of somebody else's show. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to mute the microphone. I'm going to head to bed. And we're going to keep this sucker on all night. Rude comments will be taken off eventually. But I'm going to leave this on all night. And it's your own forum. I'm going to do that a couple of times a week when I do a show. If it's at night. I'm going to give you the floor. I'm giving you the platform. Nobody does that on here but me. Nobody. And remember, folks, I'm here because you're there. I'm ending my show right now, but it's going to be on all night. I'm going to put the microphone on mute. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for a couple of donations I made on here, and I believe there's a couple, at least from Gogo Bobo's sister, or somebody claims they are. But I only see one on my phone, but Gilda sees two. I don't know. Whatever. This is a donation. Don't matter. It don't matter how much, how little, or how much. I told you, on my show, that doesn't matter as much as you think it does to me. You're not going to make or break my day either way. How's that for truth? I don't want to discourage you, is what I'm saying. But I'm saying is that you rule your own pocket. I don't. That's it. Good night, folks. I'll leave this on. This is your own forum. Whether you all disappear or you just overnight decide to get a little active, that's going to be up to you. That's going to be up to you. Okay? Nobody does that but me. Okay, good night, folks. I'm like really out of here. Okay? Take care. Peace out and enjoy the platform.